If you like storytime vibes, hit subscribe and let's dive in together.
I still remember the exact moment I decided to disappear. It wasn't dramatic. There were no slammed doors, no shouting matches, no broken dishes. Just me, standing in the kitchen, staring at the woman I thought I'd spend my whole life with, and realizing I didn't know her anymore. That morning, I left a note on the table. I know everything. Don't look for me. 7 simple words. But those 7 words carried the weight of every sleepless night. Every gut feeling I'd ignored, every lie she had told with a smile on her face. You might think I was running away, but I wasn't. I was walking toward peace. I didn't want revenge, not the kind people imagine, screaming, fighting, posting things online. No, my revenge was silence, because silence can drive guilt deeper than any argument ever could. When I stepped out that door, the world kept moving. The sun still rose. Birds still sang. Life went on. Except for one person. My wife. She just didn't know it yet. My name's Ryan. I'm a mechanic. I fix cars, not people. But for a long time, I thought I'd fixed my life when I met Elena. We met 10 years ago at a community fair. She was working a booth for a local charity, hair tied up, eyes bright, handing out flyers with this kind of energy that just pulled people in. She smiled at me like I was someone worth noticing. And that was it. I was done for. We talked about everything: music, food, silly dreams of traveling the world. That first night, I remember thinking, this woman feels like home. 2 years later, we got married in a small church. Nothing fancy, just family, friends, and cheap champagne. But it was perfect. We built a quiet life together, a little house on a quiet street. We painted it ourselves that first summer. The walls ended up a bit uneven, but we laughed about it. We made routines. Morning coffee together, Saturday movie nights. Notes she'd slip into my lunchbox that said, "I love you, handsome." It wasn't a fairy tale, but it was ours. About 8 years into our marriage, little things started to change. Nothing obvious at first, just shifts. She started coming home later from her receptionist job at the dental office. Said she had extra paperwork or last-minute patients. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? She'd never given me a reason not to trust her. Then came the phone. Always face down. Always locked. I'd hear it buzz during dinner, and she'd glance at it quickly before sliding it away. "Just a friend," she'd say. But the way her voice trembled when she said it told a different story. She started wearing new perfume, got a new necklace one day, said it was a gift from a coworker. Her laugh changed too, softer, but somehow emptier. I noticed, but I didn't want to believe. I told myself, Ryan, don't be paranoid. Marriage has its ups and downs. But something deep down whispered, she's slipping away. And I kept ignoring it until the day I couldn't. It was raining that day. Funny how pain always seems to come with the rain. I got off work early because a client canceled last minute. I thought I'd surprise her, grab takeout, head home early. When I walked through the door, the house was quiet. Too quiet. I was halfway down the hall when I heard her voice. She was in our bedroom, talking softly. I couldn't hear every word at first, just laughter. Then I caught one sentence that froze me completely. "I can't wait to see you again." Last night was amazing. Everything inside me went cold. I stood there like a statue, listening. When she hung up, I backed away, trying not to breathe too loud. That night, while she showered, I opened her phone. I still wish I hadn't. There he was, Alex, her boss. Hundreds of messages, photos, late night plans. I scrolled until my vision blurred. It wasn't just physical. She loved him. That realization hurt more than anything, because you can fight a one-time mistake. But how do you fight a love that doesn't include you anymore? I didn't confront her. I didn't yell. I just went numb. The next morning, I woke up before dawn. She was still asleep. I looked at her for a long time. This stranger lying beside me. wrapped in the same sheets where our marriage had just died. I packed a small bag, grabbed half the savings, left my phone and ring on the table, and I wrote that note. I know everything. Don't look for me. Then I drove. No destination, no plan. Just drove until the pain started to fade behind me like the taillights in the rearview mirror. I crossed state lines, changed my name slightly, and found work at a small garage in a town where no one knew me. I rented a small cabin near the woods, quiet, lonely, peaceful. For a long time, I didn't feel human. I was just surviving, breathing, fixing cars, going home. Some nights, I'd wake up thinking I heard her voice. Other nights, I'd dream of the life we built and wake up hating myself for missing it. But time is strange. It doesn't heal you, not really. It just makes the pain easier to carry. 5 years passed. I had built something new. Not perfect, but peaceful. I had friends, a job, a small life that finally felt like mine again. Then, one autumn afternoon, I saw her car pull into the shop. My heart stopped. She stepped out, looking older, thinner. Her eyes met mine, and for a second, time folded back 5 years. "Ryan," she whispered. Tears immediately filled her eyes. "How did you find me?" I asked. She told me she'd hired a private investigator, that she'd been looking for me for years, that she'd ended the affair the moment I left. She said she'd been living with regret every day since. "I lost everything the day you disappeared," she said. "I've been alone ever since." We sat at a diner and talked. Mostly she talked about guilt, about therapy, about how she finally understood what she destroyed. I listened. I didn't cry, didn't shout. When she asked if I could forgive her, I said, "I already did, but that doesn't mean I want you back." She sobbed. And as she drove away, I didn't feel victory. I just felt free. Sometimes people think revenge is about hurting the one who hurt you, but real revenge, the quiet kind, is when you heal without them. She spent 5 years trying to find me, trying to fix what couldn't be fixed. I spent 5 years learning how to live again, and that's the difference. She chased guilt. I found peace. So if you've ever been betrayed, remember this: you don't have to destroy someone to move on. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is disappear.